Hey guys, welcome to another video from Lewis from YouTube. We're up here in Llanberis for the XTERRA ultra marathon, trail marathon here in Snowdon here. And yeah, it's going to be a pretty warm one this weekend. It's 30 degrees today, looking to be about the same tomorrow with very low winds. And yeah, it's going to be quite interesting. Never done an ultra before. Seems like I've picked a pretty difficult one to start, but you know what? I'm not here to win. I'm not here to compete. I'm here to purely enjoy myself, enjoy the process, enjoy the day, enjoy that journey, the highs and the lows, and just see what trail running is all about. I have the option to drop down to the marathon if I really want to, but that's not on my mind at the moment. I want to get that ultra done. So yeah, we're gonna head back now. We're staying in Bangor tonight, half hour away. Gonna get carved up and get ready for tomorrow. 6 o'clock start here for briefing, and then 6:30 we get underway. So yeah, looking interesting. Got everything I need. There's a lot of mandatory kit as well, but I got myself some extra bits just in case. But yeah, can't wait to get underway. It's going to be a great weekend. And for now, I'll see you in the same spot tomorrow, 6 o'clock, ready to go. Morning everyone, we're here at the bottom of Snowdon, ready to start the ultra here today. It's a lovely day. It's 18 degrees at 6:10, so it's going to be very warm today. Feeling quite prepared for my first one. Bowls, got everything I need, enough water just to get me through the day. Like I said yesterday, I'm here to enjoy. But yeah, just looking forward to it. I think the experience is going to be really good. There's a lot of people here who are experienced as well, so I can obviously call on them if I need some support during the run. But yeah, just want to enjoy and really take it easy today and just have that experience which I've never had before. So we're going to get mandatory briefing underway, and then in 20 minutes we're going to get on that start line ready to go. So follow me for the day and let's see how we go. Four, 3, 2, 1, go! Marathon ready. So We're 8k in, just got over the first and descended down with the other side. Stunning scenery coming down that first descent and all the way up. And it was funny looking back and seeing a couple of hundred runners all in a line. So yeah, feeling okay, legs feel alright. Quite fast descent, you couldn't really slow down, so just gonna take it easy now. And at the next feed station, fill up my water, carry on. Full of carb mix, and I'm feeling alright, so yep, I'm gonna carry on now and enjoy the stunning views of Snowdon. So please, thank you. Thank you very much, guys, thank you. Okay then, 22.5k in, and we're just getting to the steepest part of the second climb. Gonna go up the middle there. So yeah, since we spoke, we've pretty much got to a feed station. After that, nice little run around a little lake, and then for the last hour and a half we've been ascending basically through a bit of rocky terrain. We had a little bit of a descent, which was quite fun, didn't want to get carried away, and then grassy, long, weedy, muddy stuff which you basically had to walk or just jog, but it was really energy sapping and just a lot of effort on the legs. So yeah, main aim for now is just walk, get up the top. The sun has come out now and it's absolutely baking, so I don't want to put myself in a difficult situation later. So yeah, everyone's in sort of walk mode at the moment, so it's kind of enjoyable. So trying to keep my spirits high, trying to keep myself motivated, and again, learning experience, different experience overall. So I'm basically just watching everyone else. I think the hardest thing so far is trying to eat and drink. I've drunk quite a lot and I've had a lot of salt tabs and gels, but trying to keep any food down in this heat is really hard. Even just thinking about food is quite sickening. So trying my best with food. At the next feed station I think we'll take a little bit of time to get some more sugar down me and prep. Then we've got a nice little run up to Snowdon before we actually start on a bit more of a tarmac road, so a bit more recovery time, and then yeah, we'll hopefully start making our way up Snowdon. So yeah, getting there slowly. lovely. The top is right there, but look at that, absolutely stunning. We came all the way down from that farm down there, and that was a pretty hefty climb and a bit of a sign of what's to come up Snowdon. But it's pretty much the summit, number 2 done. Next feed station, under 9k. Hopefully see my family, fiance and her parents. That'll be a bit of a boost and a bit of a rest. Oh, as we climb over the steps. Oh, 32k in, just got that feed station done, and boy was it needed. Wow, luckily there was some streams where we could get water and cool down, but that was tough, but we're over halfway. All got my fluids back in now, had some sugar, so I sort of become a bit more awake now, which is good, and I saw my family and my dogs, so that was a relief. Bit nice as well. So just gonna plod now. We've got 4 miles to the next station, and then it's Snowdon to the top, and that's gonna be the bad boy. So yeah, we're gonna take it easy now, just run, walk, just get the mindset, get the body ready for the next 4 or 5 hours again. We're actually just over 5 hours in. I was expecting to be at that feed station for about 4.5, so to be half hour behind in this heat of 32 degrees, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, it's going to make the most of it. Really enjoying still. It's a good challenge. I wish I trained a little bit more, but it is what it is, and we'll get to the end, fingers crossed. So yeah, loving this bit of tarmac road just to relax a little bit. The feed station was slightly chaotic, but yeah, all good now, all good. DNF'd. The race has been cancelled. 44k in, 12k left to go, got to the Penna Pass, and that was it. This is where we're finishing, and I'm in two minds. I'm a bit relieved because I was getting to the point where I was struggling to eat and drink just because of how hot it was. Everything in my bag was hot and just warm. Even food was blistering hot. On the other side, I had about 12k left to go. So it's definitely the right call. It's like the busiest day at Snowdon. Mountain rescue are insanely busy. I've passed so many people on the floor being sick, and I just think it was the right call overall. So it is what it is, you know. Yes, people probably will say, well, you know, suck it up and get on with it, but the risk is enormous. You know, we're not like in Europe where there's chairlifts to take back down and good access to mountain ranges and air ambulance. You know, it's a lot of strain on volunteer groups here, and the safety of everyone has to come first, and I think that's definitely the right call. So yeah, 44k, had 12k left to go, but yeah, and I'm sort of pleased no one's really kicking off at any marshals, and everyone has sort of said, yep, it's the right thing to do. And yeah, so it's a bit of a shame, but at the same time, yeah, right call. So we'll have a debrief after this, but yeah, I was in a dark hole the last 6k but there we are. Nice. Still been an enjoyable and incredible day. So yeah, just waiting to get picked up, and we'll head down into the race village. So just going to get my medal. It's just been dropped off, can of Coke. Mixed feelings walking down here. The people should be running in after doing the full 56k, and unfortunately we're only doing 44, but 100% the right call. yeah, mixed feelings, but I'm gonna go get my medal because apparently we're gonna get a medal. And yeah, just go find a lake and go sit in that for a bit, and still feel proud of myself, and everyone else who did the race should be as well, because that wasn't a tough day anyway. So yeah, gonna head back to the Airbnb after this and chill out, and we'll have a debrief afterwards. Okay, so I just got home Sunday evening, quite a long drive back. Just started to edit the video, and obviously this is at the end of the video, and just a lot of thoughts come to mind around some of the comments I've seen around, did they do the right thing, should they called it off earlier? I think that's a really tough decision. You know, you've got world champs there, you're funded by a lot of people, there's an expectancy, and there's people from around the world who probably train in those conditions every single day. So to make that decision is really tough, and I think the organisers again did make the right decision, just because of how busy it was from what I saw. And yes, you can always make improvements to event. No event is perfect. You know, was the feed station from 10k to 30k too long for the ultra? Yes, but at the same time, if you read the itinerary, you read the sort of the map and the distances, I made sure I had enough water. And there were some people on the ultra who were literally just taking a litre of water, and I knew that wasn't going to be enough. So I think there's got to be some onus on it, as well as the event organizer. You should always look after yourself and make sure that you can be self-sufficient to get all the way around, and that was my mentality all the way around, was to rely on everything I had, was everything I needed to have to get to the end. So the decision had to be made, and that's it. But from an event point of view, I thought it was fantastic. You know, you turned up, there was a real good buzz around Sunburn. They clearly made an effort. The locals were really sort of friendly and wanted you to succeed and enjoy the surroundings and things like that. I thought the course marking was really good. I didn't get lost. I didn't use a GPS watch. I just used my normal running watch, and all the markings were great. The feed stations were really good again. Yes, you're always going to have complaints about water, or they're going to be really busy, but when you've got 2,500 like athletes and the conditions that we had, you had to be prepared and maybe wait a little bit longer, or just think for a little bit and look after yourself. And I thought the route was terrific. I was really looking forward to the last 12k, getting that last bit of Snowdon done. I was in a bit of a dark hole coming up to the end, because I was struggling to stomach and eat, but I knew I could get to the end. Pass was going to be my sort of resting point for about 10 minutes and then carry on. I was on for that sub 10, which is what I wanted in my head. I can't remember her name, but someone at the top of the Pass said the mountains are not going anywhere. And from the moment I heard that, to going back down into the race village, driving home yesterday, driving home today, back home to South Wales, that sort of stuck with me and gone, you know what, it doesn't matter that I didn't finish the ultra, it doesn't matter that the race got cancelled, everyone is safe, everyone got off that mountain okay. Yes, maybe with a bit of heat stroke or feeling a bit ill today, but the most important thing was everyone was safe and everyone had a great experience. And I think most people did have a great experience yesterday. From the moment we arrived to the moment that we finished, I thought it was a really good event overall. And like I said, nothing is perfect, but I think for the majority, I think they did a fantastic job. And who knows, I may go back, maybe I'll actually train, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. But the best thing I did was buy Lidl's poles, hiking poles, for $9.99 about a week before the event, because they saved me, and I made up so much ground and so much time on people on the climbs just because of poles. So if you're gonna do one, train, but two, definitely get some poles. But there we are. Great weekend overall, can't fault it. Everyone had a great time, and like I said, I may be back for more, but for now, that's the end of the video. See you soon.